We are set to go from snowy Cleveland, and off we go from Cleveland. This one fielded at the 5. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is, and boom, we've got a score on the board, a fumble return on the opening kickoff.
And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time.
But man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles, they're good. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he powers his way up past the 30. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. 2nd and 20. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's coming with a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Adafe always so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You got to go to the tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned teams down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
You better be careful. Throwing too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a throw here to us, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Watson. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Chuck Clark just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Third and long, it's Watson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson now. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
the 17. Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding the situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. The 40, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming out, that just looked problematic him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 from now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure, and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The offense had third down tonight. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away to his left. This is caught by Hilton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Now it's Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Jackson now off the bootleg. Steps away. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
To try again after the sack. Watson going for the deep ball.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Bro,
The Raven offense set at the
I'm good. How you feel?
They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are
Hey, I did, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad that I had to be against Maine though, but you know, it be like that. But that's what's up? Well, okay. I'm trying to get a pass rusher. Yeah.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Hope, comment, talk to me. I really wanna. What's up? Yes, I do.
He's giving me the evil eye, folks. Now a dump off here complete. And he
Oh,
slips past the 45 before being
I ain't trying to give up both of that.
As a passer, you're always trying to find an open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
I'm moving back 5 spots.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll give you a third. I'm moving back 5 spots. Like I'm possibly giving up a superstar.
I mean, yeah.
I want the corner.
Now Jackson on first down.
D-Lineman is there, too.
Crossing route is
Yeah.
complete. This is
D-Lineman is
Andrews.
there. Like,
And he'll be
and
brought
I
down
just
just
talked to
shy
him, so I
of
know
40.
the first 3 guys going to take
We
quarterback.
always hear from coaches how much
Okay.
they like to run crossing
They're going
routes
to take
because they want to
quarterback.
hit their receivers
It's 3
on the
quarterbacks.
go,
I
get
know
them the
the
ball
first
and
pick,
keep them moving.
I'm looking Palmer's
How about
going.
using a tight end that
Second
way?
pick, I
Okay,
think
the
Mark
receivers are going to run
Lockhart's
past you
going.
most of the time.
The
Tight
third
end, they
pick
can do their
is
damage a
another
different way. Break a few tackles and
another
really scatter some
quarterback.
people, can't they?
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they forced big turnovers
Third quarterback who
already,
they got
and it's been
going
incredibly tough for
9,
them to
Dan
get yards
Christie. I think
against,
he's going to
let
go.
alone put points up on the
D-Lineman,
board. So after the incompletion
Daniel
on
Palmer,
first, now second and
who's
10.
the top 5
Again,
projection.
Jackson. And that's going to be
Oh.
caught. It's James
Well, you really did do your homework, huh?
have another first
My,
down as he's
yo,
gonna be
I hear
tackled at
that.
Browns
Yeah,
26.
man. Dude is, his speed is good to great.
Throwing is Jackson.
Agility is solid to good. Acceleration good to great.
It's
Strength is solid to
incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, so
Passing windows
let
are
me
just-
let me
Block
do
shedding.
That's just another
let
example
me do
of
this.
how great this defense
Let me
has
think
been
on the
playing.
road for a little bit, and let me look once we hit this once we get this what's that the re-sign. Let me see what that's looking like, and then I can let you know.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
Yeah, let me see what I can get in the free agency bit, and then we can talk. Cause I ain't really think. I mean, if anything, I'm trying to move back into the I'm trying to get more picks too. Cause I feel like I'm gonna get to my guy.
Keeps it and runs again.
Dang.
My goodness, another interception.
Which one you talking about? Cause I mean, it's like a couple little rushes. I ain't pressed to get nobody big, to be honest.
Quite a bit here, several scores, but
Dang, I just did a pick.
start, Charles, getting the interception here, and look, we're still in the third.
I'm playing the Pat League.
Not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense,
I'm so mad at
this
myself.
game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking
Yeah,
this game
so
is over.
let me think about that one. Let me hit you back, bro.
To run as they stop
All
him
right.
behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. To throw is Watson. And he completes it to Hunt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. And trouble trying the middle here. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watson on third down. And they're going to have this across midfield.
Phony. The phony.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage, because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad...
He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Charlie Kohler with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Taking it about the 36. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Jackson targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
Fudge.
Here's another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns take over at their own 41. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The Browns drive about to get started. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Dashing through the snow. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 62 yards. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Now it's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
Now Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
No, I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. To throw again is Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Give him 2 yards officially, and that will be 3rd and goal.
Okay.
Play action. It's Jackson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
We've seen this throw a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sideline. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit, and the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone. Right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people.
He's got a man complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and it's going to be their defense that gets the